The new generation of artists are pushing boundaries all the time.
I would love to have a crystal ball to see where Latin music is heading.
I do believe that it's women's turn now.
Latin music has found a new audience that it could not have before. Let's talk about the future of Latin music. First of all, it's very bright because today more than ever, music in Spanish, which is our definition of Latin music, is being consumed globally. If you go to Europe, if you go to Italy, London, France, and you go to a random cafe, you're very likely to walk in and hear music in Spanish. Latin music is part of the global soundtrack of pop music today.
Audiovisual es más sencillo, más fácil o llega más fácil a los hogares. Antes tenías que estar sentado frente a un televisor para poder ver cierto contenido. Ahora lo tienes aquí en la palma de tu mano y simplemente das un clic y busca lo que te interesa, lo que quieres.
With today's social media like TikTok, people and artists are able to be vulnerable and themselves, so they don't have to be entirely polished. Like Ivan Cornejo, who can go on stage, be vulnerable, make mistakes, and his crowd will continue to love him for that because they already feel like they know him.
Latin music 2 years ago, for the first time in history, generated over $1 billion in revenue in the US alone. So yes, Latin music is a big moneymaker. These new voices are already influencing the Billboard Latin charts. So you see a lot of Bad Bunny on the chart, a lot of Karol G on the chart, Peso Pluma on the chart. You see it like with Peso Pluma when he collaborates with dance artists, when he collaborates with pop artists, when he collaborates with hip-hop artists. That's completely new, especially for Mexican music.
Era un sueño para mí, bien contento de poder estar ahí, pero creo que lo más importante es quedarnos y ser consistentes. Las primeras veces que me paré enfrente de muchísimas personas en auditorios, en arenas, claro que el nervio pues siempre está ahí y siempre es como que se me acelera la coraza. Siempre fui así, pero una vez que veo cantar a la gente es diferente y me inyectan a seguir. Yo quería ser artista y compartir lo que yo siento, lo que me escribo del alma, lo que soy yo, y estoy muy agradecido por toda la ola.
You can't understate how important it is to be #1 on Billboard. Billboard is the ultimate barometer of popularity in the United States and in the whole world. So when you're #1, you really are #1. That's the only #1 that counts. And to have Peso Pluma, who's a Mexican artist, doing regional Mexican music, be #1 in the world, that's a huge, huge statement for Mexican music and for Latin music.
Voy a hablarlo con el viento, voy a preguntar por qué. Todos nuestros sentimientos se quedaron en ayer.
It's been a very male-dominated genre for many, many decades, but I do hope that there will be more women to really dominate these spaces.
I would say Karol G. She has great songs. She dabbles in many genres. So many people, I think, that had not been listening to music in Spanish before are doing so because of Karol G.
I see a lot of women empowerment. Women are coming out of their shells and singing their truth. We see Shakira, we see all these power ladies saying it as it is.
The new female face of reggaeton and urban music is young Miko.
There's a new generation of women coming, especially from Argentina. We see a big growth and we see a lot of camaraderie between them, which is something really beautiful to watch. They include Maria Becerra, Nicki Nicole, Tini, Casu, Lali, La Joaquin, Nati Peluso, and so many more.
En el pecho me puso un chaleco blindado, un chavero cerrojo.
My hope for Latin music in the future is I want to continue to see it thrive. I want to see more artists that never had the opportunity before to really make music for the masses.
Latin music, now it's everywhere and people are devouring it.
I'm sure it is not going anywhere.